is it. First impression. My way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school.
A scorcher scheduled in South Texas as RGV FC gets ready to welcome Reno 1868 to HEB Park. Hello, everyone. Ryan Sudol along with Lee Godfrey. And right now, Reno 1868 looking at a chance to, in their debut season, Lee, make it to the Western Conference playoffs. They can do so tonight with 3 points.
Yeah, certainly what a successful first season for Reno 1868 FC. 3 points away from clinching that playoff spot as we do take a look at the Western Conference playoff picture. And
also, we don't see RGV FC there. They are sitting in 12th right now, still not eliminated from playoff contention. 3 points tonight for them. They basically have to win out. They've got a very, very tough schedule coming out, but tonight it's going to be very hard as one of the best scorers in all of USL right now, tied for first in goals. Number 9, Dane Kelly for Reno. And you just take a look. He has been somewhat cold over the last 4 or 5 matches, has not found the back of the net, just coming international duty with the Jamaican national team, but he's going to look to get back in scoring form tonight.
Yeah, 16 goals on the season, tied for the lead in the league. 48 goals over the previous 6 seasons, and he hopes to put his club into the playoffs with a Reno win tonight.
And the other side of the ball, it is number 19, Kyle Murphy's 6 goals this season, leads the team, and he's going to have to get a few more if RGVFC is going to have any chance of winning this game. They have had a rough stretch, only 1 win in their last 10, and all 10 of those matches all decided by 1 goal or ending in draws. So it's been a rough run for the Toros, and they will try to bounce back tonight as we take a look at the starting 11 for Reno 1868. And up top, Antoine Hopno and Dane Kelly are going to look to keep that best goal differential in the USL going forward tonight.
Yeah, a couple of changes in the starting lineup from their last game in this 4-4-2 lineup, and Matt Bersano in goal for Reno tonight. 8 clean sheets on the season and 56 saves.
And for the home RGVFC Toros, we have Kyle Murphy playing up top along with Jose Escalante. And Lee, with this team having their affiliation with the Houston Dynamo. You see a lot of player movement in between, and that's what happens with RGV tonight.
Yeah, it's really difficult to come up with a consistent starting 11, so you do see a lot of changes as far as Joseph Holland, Taylor Hunter, Brown in goal, all members of that Houston Dynamo side getting minutes with the Toros tonight.
Well, we are moments away from kickoff, a chance for one team in their debut season to make it to their first USL postseason. We'll have RGV FC Toros and Reno 1868 moments away.
At Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Health System, we have one goal: advancing the health of the Rio Grande Valley. We're over 700 physicians and 1,200 nurses, researchers, and educators using innovative medicine and the most advanced technology to offer world-class health care here at home. As the only locally owned and operated hospital in South Texas, we are deeply committed to our community and its health. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Health System, here for you for life.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars, innovative technology, and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
In the mid-80s at HEB Park as we get ready for the opening kickoff between RGV FC Toros and Reno 1868. Here you see RGV wearing their home bright kits, the bright orange with white numerals. Reno 1868 wearing their all gray uniforms tonight. As we take a look at the coaching matchup tonight, see them both right there, Ian Russell and Junior Gonzalez. And both of them with a nice task ahead of them tonight. Again, Lee, we've seen this all over the country as far as playing a soccer match in 80+ degrees. It's no easy task, and it's really no way to get around it, especially in some of these more southern states. But it will definitely take a toll and force those coaches to use all their substitutions probably tonight.
Yeah, they will, and both teams tonight having a pretty good bench, especially for Reno, as they're looking to get the 3 points on the road to be able to qualify for the playoffs in their first year of existence, which would be a huge task for them, and well done on the season. They have a lot of games left just to get those 3 points, and you know, a lot of the fans of the team would like that to happen at home, but you know what? They just want to get that win, get to the playoffs. And for RGV, boy, every game is a playoff game right now, isn't it? Because they need to make up a lot of ground, and that has to be at one game at a time, but you do have to deal with it as a, you know, we don't win and we have a good chance of being out. So they have to give it every single time. It just makes the playoff season a little longer for them.
See the center official getting ready. Looks like it will be Reno starting out with the ball and kicking off. Going right to left on your screen to start. Again, you see a very windy one here in Edinburgh tonight. That will definitely play into some of those longer lob passes and also the longer shots. And we are underway in South Texas.
Just a fantastic stadium here. soccer specific. Great to see the sport being built and the fans in this area in a world-class facility. They can get up to 10,000 people here, and if this team gets things going the proper way, a lot more fans will come out and enjoy an evening of soccer here in South Texas.
And Lindo Mfeka trying to get Dane Kelly the ball early and often. Now Reno in there, attacking third, trying to start out early. Finds the feet of Dane Kelly, takes a heavy touch, taken away by the Toros.
Boy, great start for Reno right now. Really attacking, playing a high line, not giving RGV any time on the ball, and they steal it right back. And you're absolutely right, a good chance right here in the first minute of play as that ball just a little bit behind Dane Kelly, not able to get a shot away.
Jordan Morrell and Brenton Griffiths trading possession as they drop back to their back line. And wearing the captain's armband tonight, number 15, Jimmy Ockford.
Well, you just see what a great job, I think, in building this Reno team in the first year. A lot of credit has to go to the management and the scouts and going out and finding a style of play that they want to play and bringing in those players that they feel could do it for the right price as well. You have to look at their experience and if they're going to fit in. And so far, to be able to get a team to play at this level after 1 year has been fantastic. You look at the players bringing in the Dane Kellys and the Hopinos that have got a lot of USL experience, and as well you look at some of the bench players and Junior Burgos, who we know, Darwin Espinal from the Tampa Bay Rowdies formerly. These are seasoned players. They have a lot of talent, and they can really play well with good players around them. And so that's just a kudos once again to the management team of building it into something that can be a championship caliber squad right off the go.
And offside is Antoine Hopno. The quick restart, you saw him signal to the assistant referee. He did not like that call, thought he was able to beat that trap. And RGV have had trouble keeping the ball for these first few minutes. And there they just give it right back to Matt Persano.
Yeah, and they've been having trouble scoring too, haven't they, Ryan? They need to push a little bit harder, I think, take a couple more chances. This is the time that you just can't be sitting back anymore when you need to have wins, especially at home. You need to go out with a little more attack-minded lineup and take those chances. There's the great stat right there. Scored 5 goals in their last 6 matches. When you're going up against a team that is plus 29 for goals, the most in the league. So you know that the team playing against you is offensive-minded, and that sometimes may allow things to open up a little bit at the back.
The last time these two teams faced back on June 7th, Reno 1868 were the victors 3-2. Goals by Dane Kelly, Luis Felipe, and Brent Richards. That one just slides just wide and out for a goal kick.
And that's what I'm talking about, Ryan. Just a quick on the counter attack here. You see a little space open up right there for Escalante. And he's able to get a shot on goal as no one on Reno closes him down. More of a little toe poke, not much behind that ball, and just going wide to that far post.
After the dominance of Reno in the first few minutes, RGV happy to get that opportunity. And Reno quickly back on the attack. Felipe out to switch it. They find Jordan Morrell on that left wing and then try to reset back closer to midfield. Nice dribble by Griffiths trying to find Kelly up top. Now Bilyeu, little give and go down that far sideline. And very common in the first 5 to 10 minutes of these USL matches. We've seen it all year, just trying to kind of feel out how the midfields are going to be and see where your opportunities are going to be. And right now, RGV getting their opportunity.
Yeah, they are, and Reno, though, will be happy to sit back in their own half if RGV don't want to attack and try to get something going in through the midfield. You will see Reno just sit back and wait for the opportunity like they did just there. The foul, though, is committed by Reno. Free kick to RGV. It is going to be the onus on the Toros to be able to get moving offensively, as Reno will defend a lot in their own half. They're not, if Reno doesn't, if RGV doesn't want to come out of their own half, Reno's more than happy to keep them there. Here's just another look at that foul there, and free kick for RGV.
Matt LaGrassa with the little shove. And now TJ Kastner tries to curl one through, headed away safely by Reno. Looking for that curling cross again, and that one sneaks up, hits the bar. And on the rebound, unfortunate. And what an unlucky break.
Well, that's unbelievable there. Matt Bersano really didn't expect this to float up, as you see Kevin Garcia from the back with that long floater, and it goes just off the bar of the back post. Unbelievable that doesn't go in, and the rebound was sitting as well, and I believe it was Eric Bird that was not able to pounce on that one. So a fantastic opportunity here by the Toros. Very unlucky not to have a 1-0 lead here in the 7th minute of play.
Eric Bird unhappy with himself after that missed wide open net, and we talked about the amount of wind swirling at HEB Park, and you saw just how it affected the movement of that ball, and almost a USL goal of the week right there.
Yeah, that one just floated up there and really caught Bersano off guard. And again, it sat right to Eric Bird. So that's the way things, I think, have been going a little bit. Just not getting the bounces, the Toros. And that would have been a picture-perfect start here tonight for the home side.
See RGV with that high pressure, able to win the ball back into the box. It's the second chunk of turf that we have seen kicked up. Now another opportunity, skipped across, trying to find the head of Bird, and unable. Another cross again by Garcia. Deflected back, and RGV will reset. Good switch, able to be settled back down. And now Reno bringing the pressure. Trying to get a shot open, another opportunity, and just sails over the bar. Joseph Holland with the effort.
Wow, it was interesting the way that developed. It was actually a poor touch from Escalante right there. Oh no, maybe he did mean to get it right through, and it's a perfect through ball to Joseph Holland. I thought initially that it kind of went off of his shin and fell to Joseph Holland, but that was certainly a pass, finding that path in between the back line, and another good opportunity here early for Rio Grande Valley.
Reno, after giving up some good opposing chances, look to go back on the offensive. Now LaGrassa trying to find space. That high pressure by RGV causing all kinds of disruptions in the Reno midfield. They get it far for Hopno, and now an opportunity into the box, and just a nice little body pick there, and Brown able to dive to his right and scoop it and keep Reno out of the back of the net.
Yeah, good job once again there by Kevin Garcia to get back and make sure there wasn't an opportunity on Brown. 3 clean sheets on the season for him, 21 saves, 7 goals against. He signed with the Dynamo back in December of 2015 and formerly played in the USL with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Now up for Kelly, who is offside, looking for the league leading 17th goal.
That's one thing that the back four for RGV is going to have to be very aware of tonight, is that man, Dane Kelly, and the timing of his runs. You don't want him to get in behind and get one of those down pat and being all alone.
Now RGV. Garcia finds Todd, or TJ Kastner. Heavy touch that will skip back to Bersano. And he will let that one dribble out a little bit before scooping it up. Sent back downfield. Hopno giving chase. Back for RGV. Then headed back for LaGrassa. Morel looking for an open lane.
And this Reno team does miss Kelly due to international duty. They still have a lot of players that can score goals too. They really have spread it around. We end with 6 goals. Hopino 9 goals this season on 26 appearances. That would lead a lot of teams in USL this season as far as goals are concerned. It would certainly lead Rio Grande Valley with Kyle Murphy with 6 goals on the season. So that just tells you that the offensive power that this Reno side has. You have to make very sure you're solid defensively going up against them. But right now it's RGV trying to be on the offensive side, and a little bit of a late call there, but it does go in favor of RGV.
As TJ Kastner taken down. Dangerous opportunity. We saw how the wind affected that last cross by Kevin Garcia, this time from a set piece. We'll see how RGV is able to set up another scoring opportunity.
Yeah, I think that's the right call there. Jimmy Ockford, the captain of Reno, came up and had some words, but you're not going to get a call changed. And now it sets up, like you said, a good free kick opportunity as Jose Escalante is over the ball for RGV.
With him standing over the ball, we'll see if this is going to be tried to cross into the box, or if Todd Wharton might even try to put one on target. And that one curling towards the far post, headed away and back in and saved. Matt Bersano all over it. Now trying to find Dane Kelly quickly on a counterattack, as that one trails out past the far touchline. It'll be a throw in for RGV.
Yeah, let's have another look at this off the Escalante free kick. It gets headed up once, and then the second time it falls down to Kyle Murphy, and he just gets over top of that one. As you see, he's not able to get underneath, just trying to maybe catch Matt Bersano off of his line to get it over top, but Bersano is right there, and not a difficult save for him to make.
Excellent defense by Brenton Griffiths to win possession back. Kyle Murphy looking for a foul. Didn't like all the bumping down the near side. And fans, stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM FC Channel 85. Also, don't forget SiriusXM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check uslsoccer.com for dates and times.
Well, a good start here for RGV in the first 14 minutes of play, really on the front foot. And they're going to continue doing this. It's going to be Reno having to weather that storm. You can hear the wind swirling around the stadium here tonight. And see what happens after, say, the 25th minute or so. This game, sorry, Ryan, just settles into where it will be, because you do know that the talent here on Reno is something that RGV is going to have to keep aware of. Don't, take them too lightly.
Nice run by Escalante moments ago into the box. Reno wanting a handball. They tried to feed Antoine Hopno. Now Felipe drops it back, and now again through the midfield is LaGrassa. Played 15 minutes, still scoreless here in Edinburgh, Texas. Opportunity for Reno. Dispossessed is Chris Wehan.
Good defending there by RGV as there's quite a bit of space up that left-hand side by Jordan Morrell.
Now Kastner, nice touch up for Bird, and again dispossessed. Nice slide tackle to win the ball back for Reno before the Toros win it back with Bird.
Now you see Reno now starting to fall back a little bit, giving RGV some space around the top of the box.
Blasted into the box, opportunity, sneaks it by, and what a save again by Bersano. Kyle Murphy just working his way through the box, a great touch, and then unable to get a strong shot through. You see Bersano really not happy, as we've seen the turf get kind of chunked up a few times already tonight.
That was just a fantastic turn by Kyle Murphy, bringing that ball in behind him to get it back to the front foot from the right to the left. And then when it did get to him, he just was almost like he was going down a little bit, and all he could do is really push that ball forward, not probably get as much on it as he would like to have. And you see Matt Bersano come out, and you can see just on top of the 6-yard box, the heel going into that turf there, and it's a little loose tonight here, and that could be an issue if it continues. We'll see later in the game, and stud size certainly is something the players would have to be aware of coming out to pregame and checking out just how thick or thin the turf is beforehand to decide what shoes they are going to wear on the surface tonight.
Through looking for nice run by Hopno. Now trying to find the trailing Chris Wehan, and cleared back into the Reno half. There's LaGrassa making a nice open run. Hopno finds Kelly. And in the background, you can hear the stampede. They have Kelly looking for number 17, skips it back across. What a break for Brown in goal. Rather than be selfish and try and get that league-leading 17th goal, just tries to skip it across to Antoine Hopno. And
well, very fortunate as you see that get pushed across to the right-hand side. It goes by one defender, but then it falls to Magalhaes, and he's the one that's able to clear that ball away as Brown was completely out of that play. So very fortunate that that was not tapped in at that back post by Reno.
Morrell with a deep throw trying to find Kelly. Said now Kastner dancing with it. So Bersano already been peppered a few times. Gally Brown about even on the attempts so far.
Some very close chances at both ends of the pitch so far. Early here in this first half. I would say fairly equally played. It seems that Reno's starting to come on a little bit here as far as possession, moving the ball up the field, but RGV sticking right with them and gets the turnover.
And in their last meeting, center official going to say that that was a clean tackle by Kelly. Hopno is onside as he gets taken down in the box, and no call. Hopno can't believe it.
Yeah, neither can I, Ryan. He's pulled down from behind. The shirt is absolutely grabbed. The official's way too far away, and he's beside himself how that could not be a penalty. I think that has to be a penalty there. Let's have another look at this. There's a lot of contact. He's got the arm on the back. That's a tough one to see from that angle, just if there was a pulling of the jersey, but certainly a lot of contact. Hopino goes down, and the referee says play on, and he's still upset about that non-call.
Now another set piece chance for Reno. A little too far to put one directly on goal. As we take another look at that foul again to see if we can see. He's definitely got the shoulder tugged.
Yeah, he's pulled back, and he's had his arm right on that right shoulder of Hopino and pulls him down.
Cross looking for Kelly or Hopno. And offside is signaled. And we heard the chants and the drum playing here at HEB Park. The Stampede, the independent supporters group of RGV FC and the Toros. Quite a little bit of a journey for the Reno supporters, the Battle-Born Brigade. Brown just sends it back through midfield. Pressure coming, Morel taken down. And LaGrassa will restart. And Kyle Murphy running everywhere, trying to disrupt this back line and force an errant pass. It's been fairly successful as he backs off a little bit now. LaGrassa forward. As Mfeka, Kelly trailing, tries to get that early cross to curve in front of Antoine Hopeno, and instead it goes into the arms of Brown.
Right idea there, just trying to curl that ball around in behind that back line, but just got that too far out in front. And no problem for Brown to come up and break that play up.
Now Ockford with some space to try and create. That one just sails out. It'll be a throw-in for RGV as we approach the halfway point of this first half. Still scoreless, but you can definitely see where the 3-2 result from June 7th came from. Both these teams with plenty of opportunities to try to capitalize early, but here we stay scoreless.
There's a bad pass there, giveaway by Brown, hoping almost getting onto it. And it gets to be a corner kick just on that mistake by Brown.
That was still in, and the shot by Wehan.
I thought for sure that one went out.
Somehow stayed in play, and now the foul whistled against Reno.
Ball going out of the vision of our camera there, as that one all started from a poor giveaway by Brown, and that one does just stay in. And you see Wehan, good shot there and good reaction by Brown, basically shot right at him.
And now Hopeno getting a talking to and that is going to be a yellow card for Hopeno in the 24th minute.
Well, he's got to let that stuff, you know, pass him by and get over it. And he hasn't been able to, and he completely has continued to talk to the referee, and he's had enough of it and shown Hopeno the card.
Just had a feeling that was coming after the no call on the what should have been a penalty kick for Reno 1868, and then the frustration from some of the ensuing fouls and opportunities. We'll see our first booking of the day, and a shot lined up by Kyle Murphy. That one goes wide. Murphy still getting a bunch of opportunities for RGV up top. Gotta think if you keep shooting at some point, one of them's bound to go in. Bersano taking a bit of a breather as the rest of his team moves forward. Sends that one a good 50+ yards. Reno able to keep it. Trying to work their way down that right flank, and again the center official saying play on. Pressure coming, and nice defense by Brent Richards to avoid any more trouble with RGV. Now Kelly gets by one, a little bit of a shove. That one goes out past touch. Quick throw finds LaGrassa near the midfield circle. Now wide to Griffiths.
Griffiths there again, just trying to force something through when he had all the time in the world to keep that possession and try to build up.
Nice touch in turn. Bird lines up a shot. And another save by Bersano. Eric Bird, though, what a nice touch and a strong shot.
Yeah, fancy little play here by Bird. Look at that, brings it up forward on the bounce and then the volley. A great play there from distance. Not as hard as he probably would have liked to, but still some excellent talent from Eric Bird and Matt Bersano there to make the save.
Now Jordan Morrell and Brenton Griffiths trading possessions back and forward for LaGrassa. You can see RGV kind of giving them a little space to run and get into their attacking third.
Yeah, you're right there, Ryan. You want to close that down a little faster, not allow these plays to develop, force them to give up possession or go in and challenge and try to win that ball back.
Back to Morrell on the near side, able to keep it in. Now Weehan back to Morrell. Back out for Mfeka. Trying to get that cross in through the 18-yard box. Able to get him through his legs, but unable to keep possession. A quick throw in by Reno. And then sent back to Brown.
Yeah, another wasted opportunity there from Reno. Just a long ball over the top and no one following through on a run. Everybody up top for Reno standing still there. So RGV able to take over possession once again.
Now Garcia. Back through the midfield circle. Magalhaes. Dangerous bounce, but Brenton Griffiths able to get ahead back to Bersano.
Well, there's been some funny bounces with that wind tonight, so I don't mind sometimes that long ball over the top.
Kelly. Gotta be careful there. Looks like he might have hung on side, but
yeah, you do have to be careful there. He just blasts the ball in frustration, and he has a quick talking to saying that'll be the last time that happens. The next time it will be a card, and you don't need your two top strikers each holding a yellow card fairly early in this match.
And as we mentioned in the pregame, they have plenty of attacking depth on the bench as well. Ockford. Looks like Hopeno's had a little bit of a positional change as that one is headed out. Kelly giving chase has Hopeno. And RGV giving way too much space. You can see the frustration on some of these players not getting certain foul calls and other ones being called against.
Yeah, it's difficult when there's that inconsistency for the players that they don't know how they should go into challenges of what is going to be called and what's not. They got to try to continue to play the game that they always would play, but then when you don't get a call that you assume is going to be made, you can see where frustration is set in at point to this match so far on both sides of the ball.
We approach the half-hour mark now. Into the box, up top. Goes through the legs of center referee. And a quick counter. Kastner looking, has an opportunity, taken down in the box, and they are going to award the penalty. Kyle Murphy dances his way past that last defender. And Matt Bersano just gets a hand on the ankle as he was about to get beat.
Yeah, it was, I believe it was Eric Bird to send the ball forward to Kyle Murphy. And in the eyes of the official, we'll have another clean look at it here. Absolutely the right call. Bersano doesn't get anything of the ball and completely cleans out Kyle Murphy's legs. And that is the proper call. So one possibly missed at the other side. This is the right call.
And Bersano did get a yellow. And standing over the ball looks to be number 12, Justin Bilyeu, as he makes his approach and puts the Toros up 1-0 in the 32nd minute from the spot. Justin Bilyeu has put the Toros ahead.
Well, it was a fantastic play on the counterattack that sprung RGV. And there you see Bilyeu. He just cracks it with the left foot and has Bersano going the wrong direction. And that's an emphatic penalty kick to give the home side the 1-0 lead. All from Kyle Murphy being taken down in the box. Bersano being shown the yellow card for that. And it is 1-0.
And you can see the Stampede supporters group there, emphatic after taking the lead. Important to note, back on that June 7th 3-2 loss for RGV against this Reno side, they did score first. And then just minutes later is when Dane Kelly equalized for Reno 1868.
First of the season for Bilyeu. Very interesting that a defender goes up to take the penalty kick when you have 22 goals between, on the other side of the team, when you have Kyle Murphy on 6, you would think that would be his. Escalante with 3 goals, so 9 goals between the two strikers for RGV tonight, and they allow the defender, but he certainly didn't look like a defender there, finishing that penalty kick.
Now Kelly out wide left has LaGrassa trying to put that into the corner, and then back again for Mfeka. Again, we are 33 minutes in, yet to have a corner kick.
Don't do it. Back up. Move back, right there.
Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. As the RGV FC Toros, with that 1-goal lead, are going to look to keep the pressure on. When you have a plus 29 goal differential team as your opponent, you just have to assume that there will be a goal coming at some point for the visitors. And Morel with a nice turn. Sent forward. Kelly was giving chase. And a poor giveaway, another opportunity. Murphy in the box, and Bersano. He has played an incredible game so far through this first 34 minutes. This game could easily be 3-0 in favor of the home Toros right now, but Bersano has been fantastic in net tonight. Kept in. Chance for Reno. Cuts back, approaching the 18. Tripped up, looking for a shot, and sends that one just a little bit too far. Couldn't get his angle under the foot. And there's the miss by Brenton Griffiths, and then Murphy.
Yeah, again, it's Eric Bird. He's been so great delivering service to the players up top for RGV. And you see some bad defending there, and the ball sits in. A nice shot, but this time Matt Bersano there to make the save.
As Brown sends that forward. Headed back by Reno. Dangerous giveaway. It is Kelly as he is taken down from about 36 yards out. So a chance at a direct free kick opportunity possibly for Reno and maybe an equalizer.
It's going to be from a long way out, so we'll have to see here if Reno decides to send some big bodies forward at the top of the box there and see if they can get something on the head of someone, or if Weehan on 6 goals on the season is just going to let it rip. But he needs the 10 yards first of all.
Just a small wall being set for RGV.
See if he just delivers it there. You see the bodies at the top of the 18 about to head in, or if he decides to strike it himself on goal.
Weehan from 36 yards, lines one on target, and what a save by Brown. An incredible shot, and the better save by RGV. Now Weehan again. Chance for a cross for Reno. It's low on the ground and just about too far away from Hopino. And now this one skipping, curling in and headed out. And now another shot from distance. RGV looking for the quick counter. Off to the races is Escalante.
RGV got out of a little bit of trouble there. They had a lot of pressure on right from the Weehan free kick, unable to clear it. A couple of poor clearances, but luckily the delivery into the box on 2 occasions was poor from Reno, and RGV able to get that possession back. But a great save by Brown on that long free kick, going over to his right and be able to palm that one away from goal.
Weehan, some good dribbling, poor giveaway. RGV look to now try and create from that left side. They switch the play back up. Chance coming for Escalante. Great move, lines up a shot. Unable to get it to curl towards that far post.
Now let's go back and take a look at this shot by Weehan. He gets all of that one, and it's curling away from Brown. You can see the movement on that ball, and yeah, he does have to get over. That had a lot of movement and pace on that, so a good save by Brown to keep this 1-0 for RGV. And then at the other side, Escalante, that was a good move into the box, Ryan. Nice little step over, and he just gets underneath that with his left foot, and it gets away from him and over top of that far post. So end to end here right now in the first half.
Reno back towards midfield circle, and LaGrassa. Another poor giveaway in Reno's attacking half is Escalante. Also with the giveaway. Morel up, looking for Mfeka.
Again, just passes are missing a little bit too far in front of players.
Escalante cuts back, similar move that he made, and now that one curling towards the post. Was looking for that cross in the box, trying to find Kyle Murphy, unable to get there.
Yeah, and there you saw TJ Kastner motioning to him. He wanted to make the diagonal run.
And the poor giveaway, and that in the box. Kept out a little bit of contact. There's players down. It's Kyle Murphy and Brenton Griffiths. Looks like they may have knocked the knees. And now Eric Bird having a talking to.
Yeah, that's what's happened. I don't think it's a penalty at all. I just think it's a collision, because I think Brenton Griffiths was planted. He didn't move, and so I'm not sure what Bird is complaining about. Watch, Griffiths, on second thought, he goes into him, and that's inside the box. Now, did he get the ball first and clear it away?
I think that's what Eric Bird is pleading his case for. And the USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news and information by visiting www.uslsoccer.com, and be sure to follow them on Twitter @USL.
You know, some good fair play there by RGV, and that's what it must be in the eyes of the official, that Brenton Griffiths came across and got that ball first, and then there was the collision. So no PK called there, but some very close calls, 3 of them so far in the box in this first half, Ryan.
And now Weehan brought back from Morrell. Griffiths will send that back to Bersano. And Brent Richards back to the near side. Morrell trying to find some space to get forward. Hopino up for Kelly in the box. He has an opportunity, looking for that equalizer, and just cleared away from Callie Brown.
Yeah, once again, it's Magalhaes coming back and breaking that play up defensively, not giving up a corner kick, and getting that ball out and away, and it's a throw to RGV. So strong defending there. Not much more that Dane Kelly could do in that position, just try to cut it back across the face of goal and get something on it, but no one in that 6-yard box area for Reno. And the last thing that RGV want to do is concede late here at the end of this first half of play and go in tied up. They want to go in 1-0 after what I consider a very well played first half by the Toros.
A lot of excitement at HEB Park. And now the home crowd very excited to be leading one of the top teams in the Western Conference by a score of 1-0, but as we've seen with many of Reno's game, 1-0 is not a common scoreline, and anticipate them getting an equalizer or seeing RGV the way they've been playing, possibly doubling up that lead. Sent back for Brown. A little surprised. You can see the amount of perspiration on through those gray Reno jerseys. A little surprised with the temperature tonight that we haven't seen any kind of hydration break as that shot from distance goes over the bar.
Yeah, we've seen it on a few occasions this season in Phoenix as we watch this one from distance. That one always going up and over the bar. Bersano said he had an eye on that one, no problem.
Another long pass that just got up into those swirling winds and carried its way all the way to goal. And it is not easy to get one past Callie Brown, standing at 6'6". One of the more imposing netminders in the USL. As we wind down towards the conclusion. Anticipating 1 minute of stoppage time, probably for the 2 yellow cards and the penalty and the ensuing goal. Otherwise, it's been a fairly quick moving half. Reno maybe with one last charging opportunity. wind is picking up, and that one tracking out. Maybe one more counter opportunity for RGV. And if you're Reno, Lee, you've got to be pretty, with the way that the first half went and some of those close challenges, if you're Reno, you have to be pretty happy to go in only down 1-0.
Yeah, you do, and you might also say, too, maybe we should have had a penalty call against us, and also a nice save on that Weehan free kick. So the opportunities on both sides of the ball right now, for sure.
And that is how we will end after the first 45. RGV FC Toros 1, Reno 1868 with 0. And a very, we've been talking about it, Lee. It was an incredible first half as far as action was concerned. A little shocked to see the scoreline only at 1-0, because this could easily be a 3-2, 3-1 game already.
Yeah, it could be. We'll have to see if anything opens up more in the second half.
And we will step aside and have some first half stats for you in just a moment. You are watching RGV FC and Reno 1868.
At Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Health System, we have one goal: advancing the health of the Rio Grande Valley. We're over 700 physicians and 1,200 nurses, researchers, and educators using innovative medicine and the most advanced technology to offer world-class health care here at home. As the only locally owned and operated hospital in South Texas, we are deeply committed to our community and its health. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Health System, here for you for life.
We built the USL into the largest Division II professional soccer league in the world. And now the time has come to announce USL Division III, America's professional third division league, completing the U.S. pro soccer landscape. It's time for your town, your team, your game. D3 will fuel local pride and local passion, creating a new legacy for the beautiful game and inspiring its tribal following across the country. This is professional soccer, built on a disciplined financial model and operational excellence, featuring exciting venues to thrill fans in hungry new markets yearning for the game. USL Division III, professional, passionate, proven. Pro soccer starts here, coming in 2019. For more information, visit usld3.com.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back to HEB Park. Ryan Sudol and Lee Godfrey at halftime. That sees the RGV FC Toros with a 1-0 lead over Reno 1868. Playing spoiler, Reno might want to hold off until popping that champagne for making a clinched playoff berth, because right now they are not going to be able to do that tonight as we take a look at the first half stats.
And there you see it, 1 goal. Look at the shots by RGV so far, and 5 on a target. And so they have done a good job. They are losing that possession battle, but that doesn't matter right now. Look at the 4 offsides by Reno. They just haven't been able to get things together and timing their runs properly. 2 yellow cards already. So, and overall, a good first 45 minutes for the Toros.
And we will take a look now at the first half highlights, and there were plenty of them.
Yeah, how about Kevin Garcia here? The long shot floats in, hits the post at the back, and then it lies for Eric Bird, and he whiffs on it and just misses the open net. Look at this here as Bersano's tracking back, and then it's a tap in for Eric Bird, and you can't believe he missed that one. A lot of shots from distance, a lot being blocked, and this was just a great move there by Kyle Murphy. Nice spin, but not able to get much on the shot. But right here, Ryan, is that great turn, and then he just tries to kind of push it forward, and Bersano's there.
And a couple opportunities for Reno as Hopno was onside, and there is the controversial non-call. When you look at it again, there's definitely a tug on the shoulder of Hopno, whether it was hard or not. It's still one of those iffy calls that if Reno does end up the losers, they're going to want that one back.
And then it happens at the other end where the penalty is called, and rightly so, as the ball's put through to Kyle Murphy. And watch Bersano come out here. He's not even close to getting that ball. He has nothing to complain about there. It is the right call, and Justin Bellew goes to the spot, and he makes no mistake with the left foot to give RGV that 1-0 lead, his first goal of the season.
And that was really the only miscue by Matt Bersano was on this penalty attempt that saw Bellew get his first goal of this USL season.
So well played for the most part, and most of the opportunity going through for RGV. Another opportunity here on goal, as Bersano at some points have made some really good saves and kept them in it. As it's another opportunity for Kyle Murphy, looking to add to his 6 goals on the 2017 campaign. At Chris Weehan from distance, and it's Brown getting over and making a nice save.
And that Weehan shot would have been a beauty. I mean, we could have had 3 USL goals of the week in the first half alone. We'll have more for you in a moment. You're watching the USL.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars, innovative technology, and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey, she's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back to HEB Park. 1-0 in favor of the home RGV FC Toros. Take this time to remind you that the ESPN 3 game next Wednesday, Reno 1868 taking on the OKC Energy. So if Reno unable to get 3 points tonight, that could be their time to celebrate making the Western Conference playoffs. And that game will be 7 p.m. Pacific time this Wednesday, September 20th. We'll have second half kickoff for you in just a few minutes.
At Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Health System, we have one goal: advancing the health of the Rio Grande Valley. We're over 700 physicians and 1,200 nurses, researchers, and educators using innovative medicine and the most advanced technology to offer world-class health care here at home. As the only locally owned and operated hospital in South Texas, we are deeply committed to our community and its health. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Health System, here for you for life.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars. Innovative technology and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Gone. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Edinburgh, Texas, getting ready for the second half kickoff. Some of the entertainment going on at HEB Park tonight. Very family-friendly environment. Ryan Sudol and Lee Godfrey getting ready to bring you the second half. But first, we take a look at the road to the playoffs. First for Reno 1868.
Well, like we said, Ryan, they're only 3 points away from it, but they have 3 home games after this, which will make things possibly a little bit easier if they do not get that result tonight. But certainly Real Monarchs, that's a tough one for them. But OKC Energy, always a difficult team to play. So, but they certainly look good with this many games left. 4 of those next 5 at home.
And unfortunately for Rio Grande Valley, they do not have an easy road in their final games. Swope Park twice against San Antonio, who's also one of the best teams in the Western Conference, and then also Phoenix Rising, who still has a few games in hand, more left to play than anybody, so they are definitely going to be looking to secure their playoff spot as well. But all those games on the road, it is not going to be an easy road for the Toros, but it all starts tonight by trying to get 3 more points.
Yeah, 1 game at a time. They're all playoff games, and yeah, it's going to be difficult to go into 4 road games of the next 4 of the next 1, 2, 3, 4 games, 3 of them on the road. I'll get it right. and they're tough games on the road. So we'll see how it turns out for them, but it all starts tonight with a win.
And a couple news and notes from around the league, and here we've got a nice schedule coming up this Wednesday. We told you about the Reno and OKC game, but a lot of these games with Eastern Conference stipulations as well. That Charleston Battery Charlotte Independence game is going to be a doozy.
Yeah, it certainly is. Those two teams are battling to stay in the top and in the top 4 as far as hosting a playoff game as well. Louisville City and Rochester's a big one too in the East.
So now just awaiting a second half kickoff, and expect a little bit of changes probably, possibly some substitutions coming in for the second half. But do you see anything tactically that you think Reno might try differently in the second half, Lee?
I think they need to push forward more. I think they've been going a little bit too much for the long ball. They haven't been using the flanks very much. They haven't been whipping balls into the box. You know, their chances on goal, the best one has come from a set piece. And when they do use the flanks, I think they've had a little bit of success. They just haven't gotten the ball to the feet of Dane Kelly and Hopino in really good places. The best save that Brown made was off that free kick. So, and I think for Rio Grande Valley FC, I think more of the same. I think they, had a good half. I think Junior Gonzalez has to go into the locker room at halftime and say, keep it up, boys. You've been the better of the two teams. You've created more chances. You've got one of the best teams in the league. On the backtrack, they have been falling back. I think they have to be better defensively, Reno, in stepping up and stopping that attack of RGV. And we'll have to see if Ian Russell does see that, a couple of his players aren't getting involved enough and go to his bench when you have, Junior Burgos and Darwin Espinal, who we've seen in the past with a lot of experience. Darwin Espinal, especially, that he can come off the off the flank and really be able to whip balls in. He's got a great shot as well, and we saw that in his goal last week for Reno. So coming off the bench, I think that's what they're thinking of more as a super sub for Reno. But certainly I think a little bit of unluckiness for both sides in that first 45. You were right when saying there could have been a lot more goals on the board. So as this night goes on, we'll see if it's just that clinical finish I think has been lacking on both sides. But I think overall equally played, but I think it's a fair score right now as far as the chances generated by the home side in that first half.
And we put the spotlight on Kyle Murphy, and he has just been a disruptive force for the Toros, drawing that penalty, but also getting some other opportunities and really testing Matt Bersano. So watch out for more of that in the second half as well. We've got RGV going right to left on your screen. Reno, and still in their gray, going left to right. And they will be looking to find an equalizer, and also Dane Kelly might have to be a little less unselfish and maybe just try and put some more opportunities instead of trying to drop it off. Because as the Charlotte-Ottawa game concludes, he is still tied for first in the USL and trying to get that golden boot, and that is without scoring in the last 4 or 5 matches.
Yeah, there has to be, I think, a little more support from the attacking midfield from Reno as well. When Kelly's had that ball deep, he's looking back for support, and there really hasn't been much of the team in gray right now.
Now a good first chance for Murphy, but a bad first touch. RGV able to stick with it.
And really, we saw that schedule ahead for what's next of both of these sides, and I really do think that this is where the Toros have to take advantage of this 1-0 lead. 45 more minutes from a victory and 3 points and staying within that playoff picture. So this is very important for them for the games remaining.
Now Kelly lines up a shot, and that goes wide. Out for a goal kick. No corner kicks in the first half. Kind of a shocking result that it was all kept in by the teams. And there you see Dane Kelly looking for number 17. Sends that one just a little too high.
Yeah, he gets under that one, kind of leaning backwards as he approaches the top of the 18-yard box and never get over top of that one. And as well, good defending. There was a player there for RGV. That was not really a threatening opportunity from Reno.
And off the head, the Reno midfielder will lead to an RGV throw. No substitutions at half.
Here's your goal scorer with the throw in. Eric Bird's also been really impressive out of that attacking midfield for Rio Grande in that first 45 minutes of play, really getting involved.
Hope-No trying to find Weehan, taken back away. Again, not seeing that high pressure that we saw early in the first half. It's kind of allowing teams to dribble up towards the 18. You can see completely unmarked is Bilyeu as he switches the play to the far side.
There's not as much pressure on Reno as there is RGV as far as winning this game tonight, and I think you see it.
And lining up a shot, what a save again by Bersano. Escalante also been a force all night.
Nice diving save to his right, getting a hand on it is Bersano.
Bilyeu with the cross, and Bersano able to jump up and pull that right out of the air. We take a look. That one shot, just tried to finesse it by him, and he is all over it.
Yeah, no one from the back four stepping up.
And now Kelly with a chance and just tries to sneak one by. Getting a paw to it is Brown. Dane Kelly keeps possession. Step over, back into the box, trying to send it through. No Reno 1868 members there to receive it, but a great chance for Reno to get the equalizer.
Boy, end to end here right now, and in a lot of this game, and it's been the keepers that have been really stealing the show with some fantastic saves. It's Brown at one end, and they come right down the pitch, and Bersano's right at one end, and then it's Brown at the other.
Now Mfeka. Sneaks forward as Felipe, and taken back away. Excellent dribbling by Katzner to get away and put RGV on the offensive. An errant pass by RGV will give possession back to Jordan Morel and Reno 1868. Now Felipe. Back for Mfeka. Now LaGrassa. Griffiths trying to find some space on that left wing. Mfeka tries to set up.
Jordan Morel not making his run on that left-hand side. He just stood still. You need to get those defensive players when you've got the ball to be able to move forward and get into the run of play, and he just stopped and didn't get forward. That pass was meant for him all night long.
Now Katzner. Nice run into the box. Escalante on sides, just outside of the 18-yard box. Has one man to beat. It's Morel, and he lines up a shot, and that will deflect up and out, I believe, for our possibly first HEB corner kick.
Dane Kelly here, another look at that, and it is Brown. Watch here on the cutback and the shot with the right foot, and what a reactionary save from Brown.
And it is our first HEB corner of the night. Not a single one in the first half for either side. And it is Todd Wharton. The in-swinger, you can see the wind blowing directly away from goal as he hangs this one up, headed out. And then Mfeka with a risky clearance. Chance for a charge now. And Mfeka with the poor giveaway. Throw in for RGV.
Reno just having trouble getting a couple passes together. There was a poor corner kick, and they were able to come out with numbers moving forward and some pace, and just not looking up and finding the open player to be able to continue that run through the midfield and into the final third of RGV.
Morel and LaGrassa, now they swap back. And again to Brent Richards. And this one sent forward trying to find Dane Kelly. Again, wind blowing towards the Reno attacking half, so shots from distance going this way. Might have an opportunity to curl in if they are feeling lucky. Now Griffiths. Now the throw gets deep into the box, trying to find Kelly again. Kept in the official playing advantage. Didn't really look like a foul. I was wondering if he was maybe doing it on a handball, as Reno with a chance to break into the box, dispossessed. Joseph Holland with the takeaway. Escalante off to the races. And Kelly with an excellent steal. Tries to set it forward. Hopeno getting close into the box, has to turn. The net is wide open. Hopeno taken down just outside of the box. And a dangerous opportunity for Reno from just about 20 yards out.
Well, my big question there is what is Brown doing? If Hopino would have put his head up there, Ryan, and see what was going on with Brown coming way out of his goal. Look at him here. What is he doing out there? Hopino's got to turn around and see that.
And you see the turn. All he has to do is turn and put it towards the net. A couple open alleys, and
the foul happens instead. And, you know, the question mark here is, Ryan, do you try to hope that the wall jumps and go underneath it? Very tough to get it up and over from this position.
And it looks like it is Mfeka standing over the ball as well. The shot into the wall, and missed opportunity for Reno 1868. Score stays at 1-0. Escalante offside.
Yeah, just a poorly executed play there. A wasted play, to be honest with you, if you don't think you have the ability to be able to get it or the space as far as yardage. If you were 5 yards back, it might have been a little bit better to put it up and over the wall. But when you're just outside of the 18, it's very difficult to do. And you have to have something out of the training book to be able to execute from that area.
Now Morel. Looks like we're going to have a Reno substitution coming. Looks like Brent Richards is going to come off for Brian Brown. Reno getting a little more attack-minded. And the foul, the quick restart. Reno already back downfield with Mfeka. Now Felipe. Out wide for Kelly.
Brian, same shape for you, going up top. Hey, let's do Darwin as well. Bring into the 10, go into the 1. Okay.
Back out for LaGrassa. Sent back, Reno. Trying to move towards that 18-yard box. Felipe trying to sneak one through.
Yeah, and RGV just can't start sitting back now, Ryan. It's way too early in this game to be giving Reno 2, 3, 4 yards. They've got to move up here and close down that space and get back on the attack. If you're going to decide to, you know, park the bus and try to defend for the last 34 minutes in play, that's very risky to do, and just hope to get something on the counterattack. They played so well in attacking in the first 45, continue to do the same.
Now Escalante down that right wing. He's been dangerous all day. And an excellent stop by Brenton Griffiths to keep Escalante at bay. And the substitution happening now. So it looks like Darwin Espinal coming on for Lindo Mfeka. So it looks like LaGrassa is going to be leaving for Brian Brown when the second substitution happens, and that looks like it is also happening right now. And Lee, we talked about Darwin Espinal. He had a spell with the South Florida Surf in the PDL, actually scored a couple goals in the US Open Cup this year before getting sent over to Reno. The PDL actually had him as one of the top young players in the entire country, and we've seen him score goals at this level before, also in other leagues. So,
well, you can see the depth there, then bringing in a big player like Brian Brown and Darwin Espinal, who's great with the ball, great with delivery and service.
And that one just sails over and into the top of the net. Dangerous chance. Again, if Darwin Espinal can get down that wing and allow Dane Kelly to play more centrally located, some good things might be able to happen for Reno. Now Brown out on that left wing and out for a goal kick. Fans, stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM FC Channel 85. Also, don't forget SiriusXM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Now fighting for possession, Brown, beautiful header forward. Opportunity for Kelly, into the box. Shoved off, dispossessed, another opportunity. Just slightly wasted for Reno.
Good defending by RGV there as Dane Kelly he's upset with himself as he had his touch let him down just a little bit, getting it a little too far out front of him for him to be able to control the ball, so he was just boxed out there and wasn't able to get that anywhere close to goal.
Hopino. And that one just sneaks by. And wide left, out for another HEB corner kick.
Matt Bersano being safe instead of sorry there. I'm not sure if this one would have bent wide to his right this whole time, but he gets out instead, as it is Murphy from distance. And as we take another look at this shot here from the right footer, and that is a very good save, as that is certainly on the inside of that near post.
Now Todd Wharton for the HEB corner kick. The in-swinger going far post. Almost gets ahead to it. And out for another HEB corner kick from the far side.
Much better there this time from Todd Wharton. And now it'll be Escalante with the left-footed in-swinger.
Trying to possibly get Murphy on that short corner. Taking a run back into the box. Escalante on the approach. That one curling towards the far post, gets to a head, and there's contact in the box. There is a foul awarded. There was a little bit of contact in the box. Otherwise, that was going to double the lead.
Well, Magdaleas doesn't like it. There certainly was a collision. I'm not sure if it was a 50-50 challenge on the ball. I'll have to take another look at that one, but yeah, he ends up sending that back across the goal, and it's an easy tap in, but foul is called.
Espinal trying to find Kelly. Pushing and shoving with Kevin Garcia.
Here it is, sent in, and getting involved there with Jimmy Ockford is Magalhaes, and that was enough to take that one away.
Breaking through midfield, given back away as Richards. Sent forward trying to find a charging Dane Kelly, who was onside. Now Kelly. And that one just skips through, missing Chris Wehan. And it looks like Brian Brown now playing a little more up top. Dane Kelly's kind of dropped into that center attacking midfield role. So a little bit of a tactical shift for Reno with some of the new substitutions. But now RGV, Kastner out wide and just slips on the turf again. Not the first time we've seen it.
And that's the type of thing that could hurt you. Those individual errors now send Reno on the counterattack.
And Espinal bringing the ball about 60 yards. Almost shoved off. Back to Morel.
See the players on Reno. You guys got to move. You can't be standing still there. We're down right now. We're the ones that have to be moving this ball forward. They're going from east to west right now instead of north to south.
Tripped up. No question for the center official who's standing right there. Kastner. Pressure being put on by Wehan and Espinal. As they switch the play back. There's Bilyeu, the lone goal scorer from the penalty spot back in the 32nd minute. As Kastner goes down, hard tackle.
No one's there, there's no one there, you gotta go tight there. I got it, go.
You can hear the coaches screaming from the bench. Take a look at that last tackle that put Kastner down.
Yeah, you can see Felipe just coming in hard there, not being able to win the ball.
Another chance. Now Bird to Murphy in the box, and Murphy puts it wide. Kyle Murphy, another beautiful run. He has been the man of the match so far.
It's been quite the combination between Eric Bird and Kyle Murphy tonight. And that one, Kyle Murphy would love to have back as he knocks that one wide. He was on a difficult angle, but you always want to have accuracy before power in those areas and at least get it on the face of goal and make Matt Bersano do something. Who knows if he's going to spill the rebound and have that ability to somebody to tap that rebound home.
Kept in by Kastner. You can hear the frustration on some of the players with that giveaway as Brown is taken down, and smart foul call. Joseph Holland right there.
A nice nutmeg there by Brown before he was taken down.
Again, Felipe trying to get it out wide, and that headed back, and an excellent first touch by Escalante to get by Morel. Down that right wing. Cuts into the 18-yard box. 2 to beat. Settled back, looking for Wharton. And Weehan with the takeaway.
Yeah, and Escalante upset with himself after all that great work.
Now Kelly sticking with it, and that one deflects off his feet. And out for a goal kick.
It's been one of those nights for Dane Kelly. The ball's just not sitting right for him when he's getting in those dangerous areas. Still a lot of time to play here. You can't be getting too frustrated.
And we'll see another former Tampa Bay Rowdy jump in. That is number 10, Junior Burgos. And they are definitely going more attack-minded with Brent Richards going to the bench. Because Junior Burgos is definitely not going to be playing right back.
No, he's not. He's going to be getting in the attack from that midfield, and it's been an interesting career so far for Junior Burgos. Originally drafted by Toronto FC in Major League Soccer, and then didn't really get much time with them, and ended up being one of the first draft picks ever by Atlanta in Major League Soccer, loaned out to the Tampa Bay Rowdies in that year before Atlanta joined Major League Soccer, and really didn't even get a look in Atlanta. I'm not sure if that's because.
Into the box. Brown just lets it bounce away from him. Another great opportunity. Missed for Reno.
I was just going to say, going back to Burgos, he didn't get a chance in Atlanta because of his lack of playing time with the Rowdies, but he finds a home here.
Now,
Brown there, unfortunate that he couldn't control that ball, keep it in front of him.
Kelly with great service. Brown was looking where he wanted to put the ball before he had it. So now early on, Reno going through all 3 of their subs. So those fresh legs, we'll see how they affect, and definitely another tactical shift. Subbing off one of your defenders for a attacking midfielder. RGV yet to make any changes on their roster. Now back through the middle, trying to find Brown again, and cleared away. So the pressure definitely being put on by Reno, but so far RGV holding that 1-0 lead. The turn breaks through from just outside the 18. Kelly tries to sneak one through, and Brown just can't get to it. And the assistant referee is going to say that that went out for a goal kick.
Well, I think they're getting closer, but once again, I think just a little bit too much individual effort here. Dane Kelly's got to do something, I think, a little bit more than that with the ball. That's a really difficult play to try to get in the box, and I think he had options elsewhere. And I think Junior Burgos is one of those players letting him know that.
That one just off the head of Weehan. Escalante sneaks it through, trying to find Murphy.
Good job there, Jordan Morel coming back to knock that ball away. Mistakes in that defensive third by Reno is really costing them tonight as far as giving RGV chances that they haven't been able to capitalize on.
Skip through, nice back heel pass opportunity, and just skips it away. And they can't believe it. An HEB corner kick. I'm not sure I believe it, Lee. How did that not go in?
Now that one was just, I think it was just muffed on a little bit. They're saying it took a deflection. Just to go just a little bit wide of that far post, and you can see now players starting to cramp up in this heat. Nice little interplay, great back heel that was poorly cleared. And there you can see the shot by Eric Bird as he comes back into the middle of the box, and that one is just deflected off Jordan Morel for the corner kick, the HEB corner kick. As Escalante is cramping up here late.
I think I might have even seen him signal that he might need a sub. We will keep you posted. Plenty of options. Good to see him walking off on his own power. So it will be Emilio Garcia coming on. And they are, in fact, going to make this substitution. We hear the yelling for the sub.
Do it again. You're not taking this corner. Do it again. Do the part again. On the ball, okay?
So Escalante will be done, and now we see Emilio Garcia come on. And the first substitute used for RGV. Now Wharton with the outswinger just hangs this one up in the wind. Another chance for Murphy, and the bad first touch keeps them out of the net again. And now there is a downed player. And I believe there was a little bit of head contact, and with some of the recent studies that we have seen in the American style football, they take head injuries very, very serious.
Yeah, and as they do now, as Felipe is down on the pitch, and any time that there is contact at the head and that player remains down, the referee has been told to stop play immediately.
Now we'll see exactly what happened. Luis Felipe. And it looks like he might have even got the elbow of Justin Bilyeu. So I think as Justin Bilyeu went to jump up to get that header, his elbow just came down on the temple of Luis Felipe. You see Burgos accidentally run into the center referee.
You can see the talking between Reno right now and some of the players, and it looks like it's not a constructive conversation, that there's some frustration right now on their part that they're just not able to get things together. And I would think that they're not very happy right now by some of the time wasting that's going on by RGV, and that's why the referee says, let's get things going right now, as Reno, in fair play, kicks that ball back to RGV.
Pressure coming from Brian Brown. Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Now back forward. Felipe is fouled, and this is where we saw Chris Wehan from almost about the same distance going the other way put a beautiful shot on target. One of Reno's only chances. I think that foul was initially called on Eric Bird, a little tug of the shoulder.
Yeah, it wasn't the second challenge, that's for sure, and not really much there, to be honest with you.
And now they send this into the box, an opportunity, and almost an own goal. Beautifully set up, but a couple of deflections off the feet of some of the Toros.
Yeah, as this one comes into the box, and two deflections there, and I believe it was Magalhaes was the last person to touch the ball as it hit two bodies on RGV, and Brown had to be very aware there to be able to get that one. A terrible way to tie the match up, putting the ball in your own net.
And now RGV very frustrated that they played on with a downed player. Hopno tries to slide one through. Off the foot of Hopno, they're going to say it went off of TJ Kastner.
Junior Gonzalez not happy right now.
Into the box, Kelly looking for 17, and
that's got to be a card on Kelly. Yeah, He's absolutely right there, as Kelly had all the time in the world to jump over top of Bersano, or sorry, over top of Brown, and he chose not to, and that's why this is getting very heated.
Now there's going to be some extracurriculars with Dane Kelly down, the USL's leading scorer. And now we're going to see what the referee's decision is.
I think right there, if we take another look at it, that has to be a booking on Kelly. He's hurt. It was not a good decision for him in the first place, as Brown had that ball covered up and he continued to go into him late.
All this time will be tacked on at the end. Now, once we see the replay, we'll see who's making more of a meal of it in the extras.
Let's have another look at this, as Brown, or Kelly going in there. Yeah, he's just gone in very late, as this ball is covered up right there, and he gets the knee right in. It looks very fast there in real time, but as that play developed, I thought that Kelly had time to be able to jump over top of Brown.
Looks like he may have even made contact with the ball while it was in the hand, so forcing it right into the belly of Allie Brown. Seems to be okay. Now we just await what the official booking will be, as Dane Kelly still down, and that would be a huge loss for Reno. And the referee is reaching into his back pocket.
And he's got red and yellow. This is interesting to see what color it's going to be, and it is a red card, and I'm not shocked by that.
A straight red card for Dane Kelly, so his journey for the Golden Boot is going to be cut 12 minutes short tonight. And Dane Kelly has been sent off, so Reno will be playing a man down for the remainder of the match.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it was a dumb move originally until I saw the card come out, but in my mind, when I first saw that play, there is absolutely no reason why Dane Kelly did not leap over top of Brown. We had no business going into that when Brown had that ball covered up. It was a very quick play, but these athletes know very well, and there needs to be a little bit more respect, and I love that call to take care of the goalkeeper. He's in a very vulnerable position, and there's no reason to get run into like that there. He was never going to get to that ball.
Also wouldn't surprise me that when the league goes back and looks at it, he may get more than just a one-game suspension. So with the playoffs looming, the loss of Dane Kelly for the final 10 minutes of this match, as well as next week. And that red card brought to you by Bert Ogden.
Well, things just not going the way of Reno tonight. And now Dane Kelly suspended at least one game right now. Just glad to see that Brown is able to continue in this match, that he is okay.
Although we've seen so many times, Lee, that sometimes when a team does go down a man, they find an extra gear. You wouldn't be surprised to see the attackers for Reno try to make some magic happen in these final 10 minutes.
Yeah, to me, I don't see that being a poor play. I think that right there with Brown is a 50-50 challenge, and he just won the ball. There's always going to be a little bit of contact out there on the pitch. And you're right, Ryan, sometimes, and especially in this game, without too many direct chances in the second half, Reno could drop the 3 at the back. They're going to have to, actually. When you're down to 10, go to 3. They were already putting a lot of offensive players out there to try to generate something. But now, Toros can play a little bit more of a possession game and force Reno to come out and really attack and try to win the ball back. But they can sit back in their own half now. You don't want to be too cautious to protect it. It is only a 1-0 lead. We've seen teams before when 10 men come back.
And Garcia tracks that out of play. throwing for the Toros, and time running out for Reno. Champaign is going to have to stay on ice another week if this result holds. Murphy sneaking through, trying to draw contact, and out for a goal kick. And Kyle Murphy has just been all over the Toros attacking half.
Yeah, and a good defensive play there by Jordan Morrell, because Reno was kind of caught sleeping on the throw-in. You don't want to let a player to get in behind you on a throw-in for an opportunity on goal.
Now forward a little too heavy for Brian Brown. And you see Brown for the Toros taking as much time as he can off of the clock. Another upcoming sub for the Toros. I believe it's going to be Francisco Pungo. Now you can see the fatigue. Setting in as these guys are picking their spots on when they want to make their runs. And a foul against RGV. As the substitution happening now, and kind of shocked to see Kyle Murphy coming off, Francisco Pungo coming on. And Murphy has just been fantastic all night. But we've talked about how much he's been running. He definitely needs the breather.
Yeah, a lot of heat, humidity out there. He's been doing a lot of running. Let's put on some fresh legs out there and just be able to, you know, kill off that 6.5 minutes plus stoppage time. There's going to be a little bit more stoppage time, and I think you have to factor that in as well. So Pungo is going to have a little bit more time than it looks like on the clock, where I would think there's going to be a minimum of 4 minutes added on in the second half because of that collision with Kelly and Brown. And we've had the cramping as well earlier, so players have been down a little bit more in the second half of Escalante. Dangerous play there.
RGV has been fairly dominant from the get-go. Reno has had their spots, but now with their leading playmaker in Dane Kelly. Into the box and offside.
That's a very close call. Difficult to tell from our camera angle, but I actually thought that was onside. Brown not happy about that either. And you want to put this one away. RGV wants the 3 points. It's just a great building block to be able to get a victory against a third-place team in the West going into tonight, especially when you consider the teams that they have to play. Not quite sure what the delay is here, but let's take another look here. When that ball's kicked, I think he's onside. I think he's absolutely onside.
A tough break for Reno as Brian Brown had that line beat.
And I think the frustrations set in to Ian Russell. That was the delay as well, as he has been sent off. And so he will not be on the bench for the next game, I do not believe. He will miss that.
This is one of those games where after a penalty and the missed one in the first half, frustrations, I'm sure Ian Russell was letting the fourth official know his opinion.
Yeah, and if it's for the Dane Kelly sending off, I wanted to say it before the card came out that, you know, it's debatable what color the card's going to be, and I'd be fine with the red card. I think it's a lot, but I think you do have to protect your goalkeepers, and I do think that Kelly, the type of player, the athletic player, you have vision out there that he could have stepped over top and gotten out of the way of Brown, but instead he went into him. I don't know if He was trying to knock a rebound, but that ball was never coming out. So I think it's the right call on that field. And yeah, you're going to be frustrated as a head coach. You're not going to see it that way. But sitting here, Ryan, and not trying to, we're sitting here on the fence and trying to be unbiased towards either team. I think it's the right call on the field to play.
Espinal with a chance down that far left side. Instead, back for RGV on the counter. Into the box, rough first touch. Back to Kasner. Now Garcia. Some space. Finds Eric Bird, who
offside.
They're going to say was offside.
Garcia cut in there and apparently not that confident, Ryan, with his left foot. I thought he had the space and time to be able to take the shot.
And now Pungo trying to be a thorn in the side and take some more time away from Matt Bersano. Kasner again. As Garcia. Brown with the takeaway. Burgos working through, looking for Brown. Now Espinal down the left flank. Darwin Espinal also a few spells with the Honduran youth team, and offside again. The USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news and information by visiting www.uslsoccer.com and follow them on Twitter @USL. A lot of fun expansion news for the league. The announcement of the Las Vegas Lights will be a fun addition for Reno, having a nice local rival. Coming down to the final moments of this match, and again, for a team that hasn't had a winning result in almost the last 10 matches, this is going to be a refreshing 3 points if RGV can hold Reno off the scoreline. Down that left wing. Espinal trying to draw a corner or break through. He gets tugged, and it is going to be a foul.
And this is where you do not want to give up a free kick, as TJ Kasner comes off, and Leo Alea. Say that 3 times fast.
So Leo Ayala coming in the 90th minute. Kasner taking his time coming off the pitch, knowing full well that there's going to be a few minutes added on. So we will see how this set piece opportunity, probably not where you want to be if you're RGV, being told now there's 7 minutes of stoppage time. And the low cross, tries the back heel and just misses. What an unbelievable effort. And RGV breathing a sigh of relief. There is no reason that shouldn't have gone in.
Oh, absolutely. I was just going to say a terrible free kick by Junior Burgos, and it gets through everyone. I think Brian Brown, right there, he did get a little piece of it. He had the best opportunity to get the back heel on it, but just not enough as he looks behind to see if he was going to get it to that far post, and sigh of relief for RGV.
And a foul called. That is Pungo, and that was kind of a soft foul. He was backing into the Reno defender and then just took a tumble.
Here's another look here, and it's just a lazy play there, I think, and you don't want to be giving up. You're trying to get back into this game. And
beautiful run by Pungo. Garcia with a beautiful touch and out for a goal kick. So you see the players rushing, even though there is still 5 more minutes. Sent forward by Bersano. Brian Brown wanting a foul, so did Jimmy Ockford. And Reno playing a man down.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting game for referee William Hale tonight. A lot of calls he's had to make.
Tries to sneak one by Bersano, just curled under and hung up there. Not much of a challenge, and you hear the wind swirling in these final few minutes. Openo and Brown trying to win possession. Will go off the head of a Toro. Darwin Espinal. Throw in, trying to set Espinal back. Stays in bounds. So good with the ball at his feet. Tries to break into the 18-yard box. Has a chance. Into the box is Ockford and taken down, and an opportunity. Chris Wehan almost there, but Brown yet again for RGV, keeping the clean sheet.
Well, unfortunate for Reno, they are sending players forward, and when you get a ball into the box like that, you want to do a little bit more, but how much can you expect from a defender in the box? He's the captain, Jimmy Ockford, but you don't expect him the one to have, you know, some amazing feet on him to bring that down and crack it on goal. He was unable to control it after a good effort by Darwin Espinal.
You see Justin Bilyeu taking his time with the throw-in, trying to set it into the corner. And it will go for Reno. Junior Burgos sprinting.
He's asking players to move. Everybody's standing still. He's hurting his own team.
Openo fighting for possession. Keeps it for Reno. With the clock winding down, so too are the amount of opportunities that Reno has. Espinal looking for Brown again. That one headed back and then finally kicked safely away. Into the box for Brown. Great first touch, sneaks it through and kicked away. Excellent set throw.
That was a great turn by Brown, good defending in the end.
And now Morel might try to hang this one up and get it into the box. And that is what he's going to do. Throws it towards the near post, headed back out. Garcia just sends it into the stands. As we approach the entering of the 96th minute. And it was in fact a corner kick now for Reno. It will be Burgos. Hangs in. And Matt Bersano even coming up to help join the attack. And Morel trying to get that long throw into the box yet again. Near post. Headed straight up, and
surprised the foul throw wasn't called there, as we had a beautiful angle there on our camera work that Morel's foot, as he was letting that go, was a good foot in the field of play, not in touch.
Just about one more minute or so for Reno to try and find an equalizer. Espinal breaks through. Great first touches. He's taken down, and they will award the foul. And now we will see Matt Bersano come back up.
There's no goalie. There's no goalie. There's no goalie. The goalie's coming.
So they're going to try and get everyone in the box.
And the referee will be William Hale, more than likely adding on to this, as RGV is trying to do its best to stand over the ball and not allow Reno to take that. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a good 40 to 45 seconds more added on to the 7 minutes, as this has been taking a while to come off.
Now into the box. Punched away. Bersano almost there. It's kept in. Bersano still sprinting back toward goal. And the assistant referee. And they are going to blow the whistle. Reno, a last-ditch effort to try and save a point. But instead, the RGV Toros get 3 points. RGV FC 1, Reno 18-68-0. What an absolutely incredible match in the two storylines, the penalty, and then also Dane Kelly, the USL's leading scorer, getting sent off with a red card back in the 79th minute after kicking a possessed ball by the downed RGV keeper. We will have wrap up and stats for you in just a minute. 1-0 RGV takes 3.
At Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Health System, we have one goal: advancing the health of the Rio Grande Valley. We're over 700 physicians and 1,200 nurses, researchers, and educators using innovative medicine and the most advanced technology to offer world-class health care here at home. As the only locally owned and operated hospital in South Texas, we are deeply committed to our community and its health. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Health System, here for you for life.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars, innovative technology, and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Welcome back to HEB Park. Ryan Sudol and Lee Godfrey wrapping up a 1-0 result. RGV FC taking the win tonight, and even though the scoreline looks low, they were not without their chances and opportunities. What an incredible game that we had tonight.
Yeah, it was really back and forth, and you saw the two keepers chatting to each other there. It really was all about the keepers tonight. Early on, Garcia floats that one in off the back post, and Eric Bird misses an open net there to give Rio Grande Valley FC an early lead. And so lucky there, and they kept on coming. Here is a fantastic ball through by Bird to the big guy Murphy up front, and he is taken down by Bersano. No question there. That is a penalty as Murphy draws it. And it is Justin Bilyeu from the back, his first of the year with the left foot. Puts that one in. That's the way you take them. And a powerful kick as Bersano goes the wrong direction. And it is 1-0 RGV.
And aside from this, Bersano was tested all night and kept everything out except for that one. You can see he was not too pleased with the call as well. And a couple opportunities for Dane Kelly before he got sent off. That there could have been the USL leading 17th goal of the season. Lines one up and just can't get it by as Brown puts a paw up at the last second and deflects it away.
Yeah, great reactionary save there. by Brown. And there you see balls in the box, very close at the end of this one to an own goal. So some shaky moments in this one. And here is the penalty. I do think that Kelly should have stepped over top of Brown there. He does not. So he was our player of the game, but it ended up being for the wrong reasons. Ryan, another look at this one here as he gets the ball back and he plows right into him. It's very difficult in fast motion to see that, but I think as an athlete, I think it's the right call, as he should have jumped over top there. Just trying to do a little bit too much is Kelly, and I think rightfully shown the red card from Hale.
And moments later, Ian Russell getting sent off as well. And you can see the look, getting his final words in with the fourth official before leaving the pitch.
Yeah, frustrating night for the Reno coach, but still has some sportsmanship there to pick up the hat as he's being waved goodbye. And look at the final match stats. And I think this is where it just shows what a great game by RGV tonight. When you look at those shots and the shots on target, possession, they're not going to worry about that one, that's for sure, as the only thing that matters is the one at the very top left of your screen, 1-0 for the Toros.
19 total shots for RGV FC, 7 for Reno, 7 on target for the Toros, 3 on target for Reno, 1868. And we look at that offside number, 6 for Reno. One of them, that last one that upon second look, looked like Brian Brown was on and would have been completely unabated to the goal, and saw the frustration settle in on him as well. Well, up next for Reno, it is this Wednesday, and we take a look at the Western Conference standings as well. And these are updated. We still have some other games to be played tonight on the West Coast that are going to be kicking off momentarily. But now Reno stay in second place. And you see the other teams there. OKC Energy with a chance to sneak in above that line to make the Western Conference postseason.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's all about the Toros, who we don't see on the screen in our game tonight, as they do pump up 3 more points there as they went into the game in 12th spot. But a couple games to go on, they got a tough final few games of the season, but they can go out, and I believe that they do have quite a few, 3 of their next 4 on the road, but they certainly can take the confidence out of winning tonight 1-0.
And Reno's next test will be against that team that is trying to sneak into that 8th spot, taking on OKC Energy FC Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. That game will be broadcast nationally on ESPN3. For the Toros up next, it is not an easy one. They head to San Antonio, number 2 in the Western Conference standings, and they will try to steal 3 more points and try to sneak back. And Lee, if they play the way that they did tonight, that's very possible.
Yeah, you just knocked off number 3. Go into this next game with some confidence and play the same way, and it's going to be tough for San Antonio.
And that will do it for us from Edinburgh and HEB Park. And a beautiful night here. The home fans loved it. I know me and Lee enjoyed calling it for everyone at the USL, and my production staff, Gage Tillotson, John Tellicher, Andrew Quinones, and my broadcast partner, Lee Godfrey. I am Ryan Sudol. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you're a Toros fan, we know you enjoyed the score. So long from South Texas.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.